Imagine a company losing thousands of dollars every single day without even knowing it. The problem wasn't a faulty machine or a budget overrun. It was hiding in plain sight, buried deep inside their data. This is a story about how my team and I used data and a bit of old-fashioned detective work to uncover a massive cost-saving opportunity for a public transport company. During a routine data analytics project with a public transport authority, I was exploring their database. I was looking at travel records, cardholder information, and travel card details. What I discovered was a table that contained records of discount cards that had been closed. This immediately sparked a thought. If this was happening often enough for them to have to close these cards, was it a widespread problem? Was the company losing significant revenue from this type of fraud? From that time, our goal became to identify which currently active discount cards were at a higher risk of being misused. This meant we need to create an intelligent system that could flag these cards automatically. We started by collecting all the data from the cards that had already been closed for misuse. We then looked at their travel patterns over the last 2 years. We prepared this data, making sure we removed all sensitive personal information to serve as a training set for our model. We wanted to see if we could find a pattern. The initial results were promising, but not perfect. On our first try, the system could correctly identify a misused card 70% of the time. It was a start, but we knew we could do better. We fine-tuned the model, adjusting the parameters and rerunning the analysis. We were able to increase our accuracy to 80%. This was a solid improvement and a typical stopping point for many data projects. But something was missing. We didn't have anyone with on-the-ground experience to help us validate our findings. No domain expert, no operations manager. Just a data model telling us what might be happening. We needed to bridge the gap between our data and the real world. So we did something unconventional. My friend and I decided to become the domain experts ourselves. We went out to the most used routes in the city. The very same routes our model had identified as high risk for misuse. We started traveling on public transport ourselves, watching for how people use their cards. We would see someone with a discount student card, for example, but they looked to be well past their student years. We discreetly take photos of the card and check it against the data our model had flagged. After a couple of weeks of this, we were able to create an even better, more refined training dataset, combining our real-world observations with the patterns in the data. This new, richer data allowed us to train the model to be far more accurate. After a final round of tuning, the result was a remarkable over 90% accuracy in the real world. And it was all because we took the extra step to validate our data in the real world. This project had a quite massive impact. It allowed the company to identify and address the fraud, leading to a significant increase in their daily revenue from correctly paid fares. So what's the key takeaway? It's not just about having great data or a fancy model. It's about combining that with strategic thinking and sometimes an unconventional approach. The best data solutions don't just live in a database. They come to life when we connect them to the real business problem. If you are wondering what hidden opportunities might be lurking in your company's data, that's exactly what we explore on this channel. Make sure to subscribe to the Leaders Data Edge for more insights on how to make your data work smarter for your business. See you next time.